Maria Tashev prima ballerina, written by Fred and Charlie Alocoy. A national treasure. The date was September 29, 1999. The place was Washington D.C. The event was the award ceremony for the National Medal of Arts. This award is the highest honor given to an artist by a U.S. president. One of the people awarded that year was Maria Tashev, a tall, elegant dancer. She had taken the world of ballet by storm 50 years earlier. How did Tashev become the first prima ballerina in American ballet? Her story begins on a reservation for Native peoples in Oklahoma. Early years: Elizabeth Mary Township Osage, nicknamed Betty Mary, was born on January 24, 1925. She was born on the Osage Reservation in Fairfax, Oklahoma. Her family name was Kihikasta. Her father, Alexander, was full-blooded Osage. Oil found on Osage land when he was young made members of the tribe rich. As an adult, Alexander owned a large amount of property in Fairfax. Betty Mary's mother, Ruth, had family who came from Scotland and Ireland. She saw that Betty Mary and her younger sister, Marjorie, had a musical gift. Both girls took piano and dance lessons from an early age. In 1933, when Betty Mary was 8, her parents decided to move the family to Los Angeles. They thought the girls needed a better education than Fairfax ordered. When they moved, they found a dance school even before buying a house. The girls studied ballet, tap dancing, acrobatics, and Spanish dancing. Before long, Betty Mary and Matori were dancing at rodeos and county fairs. Both girls did not like the fake native dance routine they sometimes performed. It was an example of the stereotypes many people had about native peoples. At age 12, Betty Mary decided to stop piano lessons and just study ballet. That's when her life as a dancer really began. Soon after, she became a student of Madame Nichin School, her first important ballet teacher. Betty Mary studied with Madame Nichinska from 1937 until 1942. During that time, she learned to dance with power, grace, and feeling. By the time she finished high school in 1942, she knew that ballet was the right path for her. New York, A Star is Born. When Betty Mary was a teenager, all the well-known ballet dancers were Russian. The Ballet Russie di Monte Carlo was a Russian ballet company that often performed in the United States. The company, which was based in New York, came to Los Angeles in 1938. Betty Mary attended all their performances and saw great ballet dancers for the first time. She was amazed. After Betty Mary graduated, she went to New York. Several dance companies turned her away. However, the Ballet Russe de Monte Carlo hired her as a dancer almost right away. At that point, she changed her name to Maria Toshev. 2 years after Toshev joined the Russian Ballet Company, George Balanchine started working with them. He is considered to be one of the most important choreographers of the 20th century, building on classical ballet, which was graceful and flowing. He created a new style of American ballet. It required dancers to be very strong, quick, and athletic. And Maria Tashev helped the choreography of George Balanchine come to life. She became his muse, his greatest source of artistic inspiration. Together, Tashev and Balanchine lived and breathed ballet. They married in 1946. Their marriage lasted only 5 years, but they worked together for many more. In 1948, Balanchine helped start the New York City Ballet, and Tashev joined the company. At first, it did not have a strong following. Everything changed When Toshif danced in Firebird in 1949, the role made her famous. She became the first prima ballerina in New York City Ballet. She held the title for 13 years until 1965. Balassians created some of his most beautiful roles for Toshif. These included roles in Swan Lake and the role of the Sugar Plum Fairy in The Nutcracker. While Toshif was with the New York City Ballet, she performed with them in 19 countries. She also danced on television and in the musical film $1 Million Mermaid. 1952. She was a guest dancer with the American Ballet Theatre as well. People praised Toshif wherever she danced. They saw that she was a strong and grateful dancer and wanted to see her perform more. She was also light on her feet and exact in her movements. Toshif danced in a grand yet free way that set her apart from other ballerinas. She was also respected for her intelligence and honesty. She spoke out against stereotypes about Native people. She also supported a company called America for Indian Opportunity. Chicago master teacher in 1965 at age 41, Toshif grew tired from all her hard work. 9 years earlier, she had married Henry Paston and they had a daughter together. Toshif stopped dancing and moved to Chicago, Illinois to be with them. In 1979, 75, Toshif became the creative director of the Chicago Lyric Opera Ballet. She started the Chicago City Ballet in 1980 because she felt that Chicago should have a leading ballet company. She was its creative director until 1987. Many of her students later became very successful in the world of ballet. Toshif also spent time preserving the work of Balanchine, who died in 1983. She felt strongly that his ballets should be danced the way he had choreographed them. She and several other Balanchine ballerinas recorded parts of his ballets. That way, students could keep learning from them. In 1996, Toshif became a member of the National Women's Hall of Fame. This award is to honor women whose artistic gifts have made American society better. Tosh died at age 88 on April 11th, 2013 in Chicago. People around the world praise her life and work. Literacy. Maria Toshif was an American treasure. As the first prime ballerina from the United States, she helped inspire a new style of ballet. As the first native star in American ballet, she opened its doors to people of all backgrounds. Her grace, talent, and achievements helped move the world of ballet forward. Another dancer, Jacqueline Brez, once said of Toshif, there is one word for her, grand. She was absolutely grand.